Hey everybody, I'm Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Bay Crochet and welcome to Friday Fun Live. Yay! It's so good to see everybody. I checked in just a few minutes ago. I'm like 29 people in the chat. Wow, that's great. So I'm back home in Maryland. I'm in kind of refurbished space that we've been working on for a while, hence the echo. There's no furniture in here except what I brought in for the broadcast. Um, Let me go ahead and say hey to some of you guys, and then we're going to get started. Got a lot of fun things to show you, and it looks like I'm buffering. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see. Are you guys getting a buffering? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, my computer is up. Okay, I am using a brand new phone as of yesterday, thanks to my honey. And I'm kind of using a new system here. So, but the internet that we have is supposed to be better. It's that FiOS stuff. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's going to go well today. Well, let me go ahead and just say hey to some of you folks. We had, is it Asima was already there waiting a long time ago. And Tara, it's good to see you again. And Lynn, she says, well, I'm actually here before she started. First time ever. Well, thanks for your faithfulness, Lynn. Wow. And let's see, Tara's here and she wants to know, how are you? I am doing quite well by the grace of God, Tara. Thank you. And is it Stelios from Greece? She says, thank you for your wonderful teaching. All thank you for your wonderful comment. Um, and Tara says she's finishing the wheat field cabled cape. Excellent. I can't wait to see that. This took a lot of time doing with two colors. Ooh, I have to see that. If you guys ever want me to see something, you have a couple options, actually three options. You can always post, and if you could tag me on Instagram, I'm still on Facebook. And if you want to send it to me at bonniebay@me.com in the email, that would be fantastic. And that way I can see it. And if you send it to me, let me know if I have your permission to share, because if I do, I will. Okay, I love sharing the work of others. Although I must say this has been a slow week on social media for me because I've been back home again, and my guys here have been the priority. And I know you understand that, so I can say that freely. We have Wanda in the chat. She says, hello, Miss Bonnie, and everyone from Bahama, North Carolina. Looking forward to this and some much needed sunshine here. Praying everyone stays safe and healthy. God bless. Oh, Wanda, I wish I could send you some. We've got sunshine here in Maryland today, but it's like 40 degrees out. So I don't know if you want 40 degrees sunshine. It's probably a lot warmer where you are. Let me get the hair out of my face. There we go. We have Dale in the chat. Hey, Dale. And Linda and Pat. She says hi to Bonnie and all my Yarny friends. Thank you, Pat. And we have Elizabeth. And let's see, we got lots and lots of people here. I'm probably not going to get everybody, but I will try to do what I can. Oh yeah, I need to tell you, Becky is back today. She's off work today because her knee is, well, she got a doctor's order to stay home, so which is unfortunate for her. She can't work for a little while, but so please pray for her knee if you would. She fell, I guess, a few weeks ago at work and has been working with a brace and on her feet a lot, and so she needs to rest it. So the doctor's order, she had to take the week off, but thankfully she's with us today. Yay! So thank you, Becky, for serving us, and I just want to say thank you for, let's see, hold on a second. I've lost my train of thought here. Oh, thank you, Pat, for your sweet comment. That is so kind of you. Yeah, and Linda Jones and David, I see, are saying, happy Friday the 13th. It's a good thing we're not superstitious, huh? Doing a lot this morning. Already been out the door and back again for a medical test. All good. It's just routine stuff. And my son was up flying this morning, working on his pilot's license. So, I mean, no superstition here. We're trusting the Lord. So, but it is kind of fun. It is Friday the 13th. We have Alana in the chat today, and Roy GL, if I'm saying that right. We have Bless This Home with Love, a site. Thank you for joining us. And Janet, She says, hello, healthy greetings to Bonnie, Becky, and Hannah. Thank you for that, Janet. And all the talented crafters. I'll be watching and listening in the background. Well, thank you for posting. And we have Judy from Brazelton, Georgia. It looks like they're having some good weather there. And let's see, Laura from Ohio. Hope everyone is well and staying in good spirits despite what is happening in your world. God bless all. Yes, we are, Laura. Thankfully, these things that are happening do not determine our joy factor. So we're good. We've got yarn. We're good. Uh-oh. We just got a $10. Where did that come in from, Becky? You know what that means? I'm going to skip a lot. Joe Roxana. She says, hi from New York. It's getting chilly up here. Joe Roxana, you just pushed us over the $100 mark, my friend. So last week, okay, I didn't think I was going to have to do this so soon, but last week we got up to $90 in our chat. And for those of you who don't know about this, who are new to the lives, what I've been doing is if you contribute to the super chat, I'm going to donate 100% of that, of the money that's stated there, to Shriners Hospital for Children. Yay! Because they have blessed so many people that I know personally, including my mother-in-law more than 90 years ago. They operated on her polio leg. And a couple times, I think. And Esther, who's sometimes in our chat, I don't know if Esther's here today, but if you are Esther, hey. So Esther has also had surgery at the Shriners Children's Hospital, as well as our friend Bobby, who joins our chat regularly. So this is an organization that does a lot of great things. So if you ever contribute to me in this way, I just want you to know that that is where that is going, 100% of it, okay? Fees and everything I handle, so don't worry about any of that. So, well, I got a song for you guys. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, I dusted this off today, so I'm just gonna sit in my easy chair here and do it in a little bit of a relaxed manner. Let me see. Okay, that's my little tuning thing here. Okay. All right, well, this is the song some of you may remember from the 70s. I'm borrowing a tune from Karen Carpenter. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Something strange is coming over me. There's crochet in almost everything I see. A design has come to mind, and the yarn I must find. Can there be a new coupon on my phone? I'm on the top of the yarn shelf looking down at the craft store, and the only scans of yarn that I can find don't have dye lots that match, and there's no more in the back. This love's put me on the top of the shelf. So I'll have to find another store, and I'm praying to the Lord that they'll have more. This Afghan can't wait. When did this become my fate? Please don't make me wait another moment more. I'm on the top of the yarn shelf looking, see, down at the craft store, and the only scans of yarn that I can find don't have dye lots that match, and there's no more in the back. This love's put me on the top of the shelf. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you guys for your contributions. Thank you for your patience for those who've endured that. But that's a true story. I don't know how many times I have been at the yarn store, and I know you have too. If you've ever made any of my Afghans or anybody else's Afghans, you go in and you try to find just enough yarn, right? I mean, like, shouldn't they always have 10 scans of yarn in the same color? Of course, but having worked at Michael's myself, I can tell you that rarely happens. So anyway, let's go ahead and keep on going here. Thanks again, and I will be really excited to write that check to these guys at the Children's Hospital, Shriners Children's Hospital. All right. Well, I'm afraid I've missed a lot of your comments here, but I promise I will read them once we're off if I don't get to them. But I want to try to hit some of the highlights and see if there are any questions here. Let's see. Oh, we have Dina from, was it Attala, Alabama? I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's okay. And Irene from California. And David says, I always tag you when I post your designs, but sometimes I'd sort of like to brag to you when I have someone else's design that turned out well. That's absolutely fine, David. I'm not one of those sites that says you can't post anything but this and this and this. I mean, please, I want to see whatever you're working on. Doesn't have to be my label or anything like that. So I learn from you guys when I see things that are different and interesting. That's totally fine. Let's see. Patty Wilcox says, just finished crocheting holiday blanket and cable headband. Okay, crochet holiday blanket and cable headband. Love cables and Celtic crochet. So fun. Excellent. Yeah, I do too, Patty, you know. We have Barbie in the chat. She says, hi, Bonnie. I'm doing the Crochet Tree of Life blanket. And you're such a good teacher. It's coming out really nice. Thank you. Whew. Well, you're in there for the long haul, Barbie. There's a lot of videos to that one, but I'm glad you're enjoying that. You all know that I didn't design that one. I was just asked to do the teaching on that. And I thought, okay, I've never done one like that before. So I really learned a lot from that. So thanks whoever, I don't even remember who asked me to do that, but I'm glad they did. And I'm glad that's helping you guys. It's getting a lot of views. Oh, we have Athena from Jamaica. She says, I love the poncho. Well, thank you, Athena. I don't know if many of you all have seen this poncho before. It's actually an oldie but goldie design, and let me show you. Oop, there goes a tribble. That design's actually in this book, Cable Crochet Made Easy, and with the book comes videos for all the designs in the book. And these are not on my YouTube channel, just to let you know. I use the YouTube base, I guess I should say, but these are not public videos, so just to let you know. It's also available, this is called the Sapphire Alpaca Poncho, and it's also in my Lovecraft store. So if you're looking for just one pattern, it is in my Lovecraft store, and with that pattern you do get the link so that you have the tutorial for that. And of course you can make it with any yarn you want. I really like the alpaca yarn. I think it was, let me look and see what type of yarn. I can never remember the name exactly because there's so many variations on this. Okay, page 52. Okay, I used 7 hanks of Cascade Yarns Pure Alpaca, and I used the color Sapphire. But here's another picture of that pattern, and my nice friend Stephanie modeling that for me many years ago, or few years ago. I don't know. It seems like it's been ages since 2019. But anyway, no more complaining. Not for me at the moment. So hey, we have Anna Gabriela from Romania. Wow, watching all the way from Romania. Thank you for tuning in, Anna. That's great. We have let's see. Charlotte Bruce is in the chat. Let's see who else. Tiffany Rodriguez, thank you for joining us, Tiffany. And Jacqueline from Barbados. Wow, you guys crochet in the tropics. Of course you do. I crocheted in Florida. Couldn't wear most of it, but love doing it. And we have Tracy. She says, good morning, everyone, from much needed rain in Northern Cali. Wow. Let's see, we have Elizabeth from Port Elgin, Ontario. Oxanne from Quebec. Mabel, she says, I love Crochet World magazine and have subscribed for years. I was so proud to see your designs in their magazine. Yay, thank you, Mabel. Yeah, it's been a good run with them. I've been getting their magazines for probably 40 years or so. And we have Dale from South Louisiana, Judy. Thank you for praying for Judy, for Becky, Judy. Thank you. And Jean from sunny Arizona. She says, I rock. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Jean. I'm gonna let my kids know that. So they're not gonna believe it, but I'm gonna let them know you said that. And let's see, Tanike is in the chat. Hey, Tanike. And Pamela from Leland, North Carolina. And let's see, Lynn Morris, who said, get well soon, Becky. Hope your knee will heal quickly. Absolutely. And thank you, Marie, for your prayers for Becky. And yeah, Pat says, that is a beautiful green. Yeah. Thank you, Pat. I got something else to show you that's green. You guys, can you tell I like green? We got some more green to show you in just a minute. We have Sadie. She says, I've recently finished the Katina cable wrap and doing my second week cable scarf. Love your cable designs. Thanks. Oh, thank you for your sweet comments, Sadie. And I'm always happy because I get some comments from folks are not so happy with me sometimes because they're like, this is so hard. But hopefully not for most of you guys. I mean, if you stick with it for a little while, you know, there's always the learning curve to everything. But anyway, oh, Esther is in our chat today. Thank you, Esther. She said, I'll have to rewatch later. I'm talking to my aunt right now, so can't watch too much. Okay, well, anyway, Esther is going to be here and there. Sorry, guys. Got a hair in my mouth from somewhere. Yeah, Danya says, hello, you've been on my mind with this storm going by us. Oh, thank you, Danya. And Christine from Missouri. Let's see, we have, I can't see, MNBVCX2, something like that, from Portugal. And we have Frances in the chat. Hey, Frances. So glad that you're there. Hope everything is going well for you. And I think it's New Zealand, I believe. We have Leanne. Oh, thank you, Leanne. I'm just getting to the song comments. And hi, it says Susan B. From Tennessee. Grace, since I'm in the very northwest corner of Washington. Wow. And Jean says, I've been cranking out tons of ear warmers. They're a huge hit. Thank you. Oh, great. And we have Lashira, Jen, and Alice, and Tanike has in the comment. She likes the videos for beginners. And she says, I always advise them to your work. Thank you, Tanike. I so appreciate the referrals there. And Emily, oh, she's from Prescott, Arizona. Just sent cable cow to family. Oh, Emily, you touched my heart. That's where my uncle and aunt were from. Those of you know, my aunt and uncle lived in Prescott. I went to visit them a couple times over the last 2 years, and they're with the Lord now with this COVID stuff and, you know, being cooped up in a retirement community during this time. But anyway, Emily, it's good to see you. I love Prescott very much. I love going downtown and just everything about it. And Jan, she says her favorite color is green. Yay, Jan, join the club. And Maria says, good day. She says, I don't even speak English and love and try hard to follow. Oh, thank you, Maria. I wish I spoke better Spanish. I know bits and phrases, but not enough to really have a good conversation. I'm so sorry. I really want to change that, but my brain is pretty fixed at this age, I think. We have Sally. She says, this reminds me of Romper Room, waiting to hear my name. Oh, that's great, Sally. Thank you. And we have Candida. She says, first time here, greetings from Brazil. Wow, thank you for joining us all the way from Brazil. That's like in the Southern Hemisphere, I think. Yeah. We have Tanike. She says, last Someone asked for the Celtic weave. Okay. And we have Terry says, I'm back in Missouri, but it's still me, Terry. Well, good for you, Terry. I guess you've been moving around like I have been. We have Alice. She says, love your videos from Fort Worth, Texas. Stay safe. And we have a name. It's in this beautiful Arabic writing that I can't read, but it says, your business is great. I like your explanation very much. With you is it Hayat from Palestine. Whoa, thank you, Becky. She's texting me here. Wow, from Palestine. How great. Thank you for joining us all the way from that part of the world. We have Virginia from Vernal, Utah. Dinosaur land. She says, come visit our dinos. I would love to. I would love to go to Utah. I have not been there. I've been as close as Oregon and Arizona, but not in Utah. That's on my list. You guys got some amazing monuments there that I need, natural rock formations I've just got to see at some point. David says he has a ton of green yarn for the Yuletide throw, and his comment just jumped away out of me. Hold on. But I don't think I'll get to it before Christmas. Yeah, David, this is, the time for that. I think the Christmas Afghans was like September or even the summer. If you truly want to enjoy the holidays and, get with family when and where you can. I know it's going to be tricky this year, but yeah, this is a time to really, to me, by the time this time of the year gets here, I want to really enjoy the holidays. That's why all the stuff that I'm releasing on my channel, really, from now through January, I've already completed it months and months ago. A lot of it during the summer, during the pandemic, because when Christmas time comes, I really want to focus on the reason for the season and celebrate. I want to play. I'm currently working on a lot of Christmas music. I don't know how much is going to be released. For those of you who don't know, I have a music channel. I'll put a little plug in here. It's called Sapphire Freeway. And I do that every Friday. No. I do that I don't know, whenever I can. I got a little distracted. I'm looking out the window here, but I do that when I can, and I haven't been able to release too much recently, but I am going to be working on some Christmas music. So depending on how much time Roger Hooper has to work on that as well. He's kind of the guy who puts it together with the synth or the piano and everything, and does all this electronical magic behind the scenes. So I'm hoping to get some stuff released for Christmas. So, and it's would be all instrumental Christmas music. But anyway, well, let me go ahead and keep on going here. I'm so easily distractible. I'm broadcasting from a new location and I have windows on both sides of me, hence better light coming in. But I also get to watch all the birds and the squirrels and the neighbors as they go by. So I'm trying not to be too distracted with that. Well, let me go ahead. See, I'm getting a little bit behind here in your comments. So hopefully I won't get too far behind, but I did want to show you some things. Let's see. Things that are coming on Monday. Tribbles are coming. I talked a little bit about this last week. You guys remember Tribbles if you've ever watched Star Trek long time ago? And we have a fire truck coming up the hill. We have a fire truck coming into our driveway. That's interesting. So if you hear a lot of noise, guys, that's where it's coming from. Nothing in my house is on fire that I'm aware of. And see, we live at the end of a one-way, not a one-way, of a one-lane road. So people generally don't come up here unless they really have to. So that's interesting. Okay, again, distractions here. So anyway, tribbles are coming on Monday. I put together a fun little video. These are very easy to make. If you want to get prepared for this, you're going to need some fur yarn. You might have some in your stash already. He's getting away from me. Some things you might need are some clean socks without holes that you don't need anymore. And I used some rice and some, some lavender oil from I can't even think of the word right now, but the oils that people are into now. Anyway, they have the oil at like Walmart and places like that. You can get that. They're in the candle section, with the fragrant candles and stuff like that. Yes, thank you, Becky. Essential oil. She's the brain that's my brain addition there from afar. So the essential oils, I put like eight drops. You can put more if you want into a cup of about uh, like 3/4 or 1 cup rice, and you can add a little extra if you want. These really do smell nice. And so what I did is I let the rice absorb the oil and let it sit overnight and dry. Mix it in well, and then put like about about 1/3 of a cup of the rice or 1/4 cup of the rice into the sock, and then put the sock into the tribble. So they smell really nice, and you can use these to freshen your, clothes drawers, your sweater drawers, and the lavender actually is a natural repellent for all kinds of bugs like moths and particularly carpet beetles. And you can even put these in your fancy yarn boxes that have the yarn like wool, the natural fibers and things. So anyway, that's all in the video, and more instructions about that will be coming forth. And that's on Monday. So that'll be ready to go. It's a very easy pattern. You probably won't even need a written pattern for that. I mean, I may put one in the video description. I don't know. I might put one. Scratch that thought. I may actually write up a pattern because there are a lot of other details for putting stuff inside. So anyway, tribbles are coming on Monday. So look out for that. Let me get back to the comments here. Terry Redmond says she was greeting us and saying that I hope all is well. Praise God. We got a half a day of rain last Saturday. Well, good for you, Terry. That's great. We've got a lot of rain. We had a front move in to the East Coast, and we've had like 2 days of rain here. So it's really nice. Things are nice and green, even for this time of the year, which is kind of nice. Yeah, Barbara says, happy to catch you on live today. Wishing you a blessed day. Thank you, Barbara. And Kimberly says, from all the rain that RVA Virginia had, they have closed the flood wall because the James River is rising. It's been raining for the past 3 days. Yeah, it has here. I'm not too far from you guys in Virginia. So, wow, that's a lot of rain, Kimberly. I hope you guys are all right. And let's see, we have Wanda Wyatt. Hey, Wanda, I hope you're doing well out there on the road. And Sally, she says, yay, I heard my name. Yep. And see, Brad's mom is in the chat. Says, okay, she's talking about the romper room stuff. Yeah, that's going back a ways. I remember that was before the days of Barney, the purple dinosaur and all that, many years before that came about. And Donna says, my favorite, was it olive? Is olive green. Always have and always will. I love all your work. First time on live, Oklahoma City. Yay, Donna, thank you. Yeah, green is my color. Whenever I've gone into yarn stores, and Becky can attest to this, I'll always say, before we go in, I'll look her in the eye and say, don't let me buy green or blue. I got to break out of that. No green, no blue. Got it? Got it? Okay. So we go in and we come out with green or blue. But anyway, so I do try to break out of that every so often. A busy place up here. I'm looking at the fire truck. Looks like it just to update you guys. No, my neighbor's house is not on fire. It was many years ago though, actually. But the fire truck just came around, and it looks like he turned around. He did about a 15-point turn and then went back down the road. So that's good. So I'm getting another truck up now, but okay, you don't need to know about all the trucks. Let's see. Oh, we have Jana from South Africa. Wow. Hey, Jana. Would love to visit you guys there. You're on my list. You're on my bucket list. South Africa. I want to visit my friends there. Got lots of folks I want to see. We have Kathy, first timer from Ohio. She says, love watching your videos. Thank you for joining us, Kathy. And we have Danya. She says, I have a question. And then I got a bunch of, hold on a second. Sometimes this thing just, it looks like I was at the end and then it just jumped and added about 50 comments. Um, she said, I have a question about the half double crochet decrease. Which is right, yarning over to go into the next stitch or just going to the next stitch and then go through all the loops? Is it a preference? I think it is a preference. I think if you yarn, I think yarning over might be the proper way technically, but honestly, I'm not sure anybody's going to be able to tell. You might get a little more yarn, a little more fabric there when you make that decrease, because otherwise it's kind of like a single crochet decrease. If you just stick the hook in and pull up a loop, stick the hook in, pull up a loop, then that's a single crochet decrease. So yeah, technically it's one of those things, you know, between me and you, nobody's ever going to know. But if you're working with a thin kind of a yarn, and if it's going to leave a gap there, you might want to do the yarn over just to have a little more, you know, beefy, you know, beef up on the fabric there for that. And Sue Dodds in her chat, she says, thank you for taking the time to respond personally to my messages. Just finished the basket weave and dive and throw. Loving the left-handed tutorials. Greetings from the UK. Oh, well, thank you, Sue. It's my pleasure. I'm just glad to be able to help you guys out where I can. I'm not able to help everybody that has questions when they contact me, but you know, I do what I can, you know, try to be the yarn doctor from afar, so to speak. And Donna says her favorite color is olive green. Yeah, you know, if it's one of those colors, you either can wear it or you can't. And I bought I can't wait to show Becky. I bought an olive green, almost like an army green dress that I got on special. I mean, it was like $150 dress and it was on a rack for $10. And I just thought, I have to try this on. It was only $10. This was back, I think I was at near Pawleys Island, South Carolina. We were out for a drive, and you know they had this boutique, and it's like, oh, I just have to go in and look. Just look. You know, it's not gonna hurt, right? Well, you know, $10 later, I have this beautiful dress. I can't wait to wear it. It's 100% cotton too, so it's like score, and it's olive green. So now I just have to figure out what scarf to go with it. Charlene says, I enjoy my Fridays so much with you, Bonnie. I set the alarm on my phone, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, to stop for Bonnie time. Oh, that's so sweet, Charlene. Thank you. I love to have you guys with your comments. I really do enjoy reading that and interacting with you, even though it's kind of one-sided right now. But I look forward to this all week, especially, I mean, this has been the highlight with the pandemic and all, because you know, even though I'm in a place where I do have friends, we can't get together. I mean, it's kind of a bummer. But anyway, hopefully that's going to end soon. Um, anyway, so let's see. We have Love to Craft in the chat. Says, good morning. This is my first time catching you live. I'm about to enjoy my coffee while I watch. Well, I like your little name there, Love to Craft. I think we can all agree that we like that. We all are crafters here, or most anyway. Brat's mom says, hey to Becky, great to see you again. Yes, it is great to see you again, Becky, even though I can't see you right now, but I will later as soon as we get done with the live. And Tanike says, I'm always surprised and an American hasn't seen America, such a stunning country. Yeah, you know, it's really hard. You know, it's funny that Tanike, the people who come, I mean, I think I've seen a lot of the country, but there are a lot of states I still haven't seen. Our country is huge. It's like, uh, it's just very big. But it's interesting. I have friends like from Japan, and they've been to places I haven't seen in this country. But yeah, it's a big, beautiful country. It's a big, beautiful land, and looking forward. You know, that just leaves more for us to experience later on. So we always have something new to look forward to. Um, uh, let's see. Yeah, Brad's mom says, we missed you, Becky. Yes, we have. But we love having Hannah and we love having Esther in our chat. They have served us so well. So you have Terry Redmond. She says, I assume you are filling in for Hannah. Yeah, Terry, actually, Terry is interesting. Hannah's filling in for me. She's taking care of Grandma Barker for a few weeks, so I can be back home. So I just wanted to release Hannah today because, you know, she's busy there, and she would take the time, but since Becky's, you know, kind of laid up, she said she would do this for us, so that kind of gave Hannah the day off. So we're kind of like everybody's substituting for everybody else in our family, so that's kind of fun. Um, it's a blessing. My girls and my sons are both just big blessings to me, every single one of them. And the extended the in-laws. I'm getting daughter-in-laws, and I love it. And a son-in-law. I got one favorite son-in-law, Becky's husband. So I just love that. I just love our family just getting bigger. And let's see. We have Denise in the chat, and see Jana. She says, yay, I know what tribbles are. Yay, Jana. um, that's a big deal in our family. We just love I think as far as the Star Trek thing goes, our favorites are definitely the ones from the 1960s. And I like to watch them without the updated effects. I like watching the old effects. Absolutely. And let's see, we have Antonia from Spain. Hey, Antonia, I have been to Spain. It's been a while, back in 1979, but loved visiting Spain with my high school band many, many years ago. And Wanda Gore says, I'm a distracted squirrel too. Oh, Wanda, aren't we all? Um, and let's see, Carmen says, just got one of your books, love it, made 3 Orlay, I'm probably saying that wrong, but robe sweater. Said this book is Celtic cable crochet. Thanks, buddy. My pleasure, Carmen. Thank you for your support there. And any of you guys, if you are looking for any special holiday treats for yourself or a friend, I still have several books. I have the baby blanket book. I have Celtic cable crochet, as well as contemporary cable crochet. No, yeah, that's right, contemporary cable crochet. Anyway, in my Etsy store, they're all there. I still have several copies of each that I brought with me so that I could ship out from this location as well. And for a limited time only, if you order the Celtic cable crochet or the contemporary Celtic crochet, those are the 2 books published they used to be published by Interweave F&W Media, and are now owned and published by Penguin Random House. I'm not charging shipping on those books, so I'm selling them at retail price, but free shipping, just for limited time. So if that helps you guys, check it out. I'm trying to compete with Amazon a little bit, but that's okay. I'm glad that Amazon carries the book, so there's no hard feelings there at all. And if you need me to sign it to a friend or whatever, I'm happy to do that. You just tell me in the instructions, and I'm happy to do that. And you know, and if you do plan on getting anything, you may want to order sooner rather than later, because I'm told you know, the shipping is a little slower these days, so we can't guarantee things, you know, lickety split like it used to be. But anyway, let's see, we have Rayma in here. She says, hi, Bonnie. Hey, Rayma. And Carmen says that she has nothing for I guess, nothing to do, I guess, in this quarantine but to crochet. Yeah, that's been a lot of us. And Becky says, evil carpet beetles. Yeah, Becky has an evil carpet beetle story. These are little tiny bugs, and they can actually get in through your windows. Yeah, check out the tribble video when it comes Monday. That may help to ward off the evil carpet beetles out of your yarn, because if they get into your yarn, they will eat a hole right through the middle of the ball. No mercy. They have no mercy on us, I promise. Candida says, tribbles for Christmas. Love Star Trek. If anybody is interested to watch the episode, check season 2, episode 15. Thank you. I should have looked that up for you. So season 2, episode 15. It is really funny. And I mentioned this last week. I think that's one of the first appearances of oh, come on, there goes my brain again. Um, the enemy that, anyway, let's just move on. Um, but anyway, they have one of the enemies that they're always fighting against. They appear in that for the first time, and they don't look like anything like they do in the movies. It's really kind of funny. Um, all right. We have Kay Katsi Daunton or something like that. Says, I think I made one of my girls would take it over as a new, if I made one for one of my girls, I would take it over as a new toy. Getting back to the tribbles again. Okay, the word I was looking for about 2 seconds ago was Klingons. The Klingons in the movies, they don't look scary at all in this episode. It's really funny. They just look like a guy that got into their, their wife's makeup or something with it. It's really funny because they don't look scary at all. But yeah, well, I'll tell you what, about these tribbles, it took me maybe 15 minutes to make each. Not kidding. They're that fast, that easy. You're talking like maybe 6, 7 rounds with maybe 10 or 11 stitches or less per round with the big hook and with that fur. And you stick that sock in it with the rice. It just takes more time to prepare the rice if you want to do that. If you just want to make them regular old tribbles without the lavender smell, they really do smell nice. If you want to make them just with just put some fiber fill in, then you don't have to worry about the prep on the rice, and you can just make them into toys, which is fine. All right. I think I've talked a lot about those. So let's see. See, Rayma says, can you suggest a good place to buy cotton yarn? Yeah, I haven't talked about this yet. Cotton yarn. Uh, I would, as you could check your local craft store. If you have a local yarn store that specializes in yarn, they might be probably the first source to try if they're open. Michael's has some. Let's see, I'm trying to think. You can check online at annies.com. They carry some nice yarn. They carry that Omega Symphonia yarn, which is really nice. Let's see. And you can just do a general Google search. I'm really not sure where you are, Rayma. But you may want to just do a Google search locally and try to find. I could name some sites. I mean, there is some nice yarn. Knitpicks.com has some nice nice cotton. Although I really do encourage you guys, if you can buy locally, that's always the preference, especially now with the pandemic, and a lot of businesses have gone under. Even the place where I would get my hair trimmed locally here, I was waiting. I came home to go visit a friend that I know works there. Drove by it last night. It's out of business. So I'm like, So I have to rethink that one too, even. So, I mean, I try to, if you can support, somebody locally. But that's about all. I know Michael's and places like that, they are starting to carry more cotton. But it really depends, I guess, on what kind of cotton you're looking for, what you're going to make. That kind of makes a difference. And Frances says, she has a great question as always. How long will the tribbles stay scented? That the jury is out on that, Frances. That's why I'd probably err on the side of probably putting more in that rice. I mean, probably don't want to overdo it. You don't want to, dump the bottle in it. But I guess it really depends on the rice you use and how much oil you use. I think what you could do, you could even, if this may sound strange, if you have a syringe, you may even be able to stick the syringe into the tribble if it starts to lose its smell, and just put oil into the sock area that way every so often, because it is going to diminish. So I think if it's confined in an enclosed box, it will probably last longer. These have been sitting out. They still smell nice, but they're not nearly as strong. But they've been out, in the air I think if they're inside like a cedar chest or inside a chest, a drawer, or inside a sealed box, I think they're going to do their job a lot better than if they're just sitting out. So if you were to give these as gifts, I would even suggest wrapping them like in a plastic bag or like a Ziploc bag when you give them, just to kind of help preserve, the smell, so that it doesn't just, you know, through osmosis, just disperse. But that's an excellent question. Um, Definitely, you could definitely, like I say, add oil to that over time, but you just need a device like a syringe or something to get it into the area where the rice is. That's my best guess. Um, and then Tanika has a really good suggestion: wool warehouse, all you can wish for. Yeah, there's a lot of online stuff. I know there's a place called Webs Online that I've ordered from. Ooh, I totally forgot. Check out lovecrafts.com. I've actually got an affiliate link in the video description below. Lovecrafts do carry a lot of nicer, yeah, nicer cotton. I mean, you can buy the cotton that you make dishcloths out of everywhere. It's kind of a coarser worsted weight, but I'm thinking you're looking for the finer kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely check out lovecrafts.com as well. They have a lot of that available from different companies. Um, yeah, is it Casey Daunton? Sorry, says they had rain for 3 days in Virginia, and now the sun is peeking through. Yeah, the same. We've had the same in Maryland, just across the border here. Um, and thank you for your prayers for my daughter, Francis. Thank you so much. Um, oh, Johnny's in the chat. Hey, Johnny, it's good to have you there. Just saw your comment. Um, Kimberly has a really good question. She says, how much would you sell a blanket for? As I know you do not sell blankets, but I'm just asking the question. Kimberly, what I would sell my blankets for, I mean, I know the time that goes into it. If I'm using quality yarn, um, I would say $450 to $500. And I know some of you probably just fell off your chair when I say that. If you consider, I mean, you're talking, if I make a blanket, you're talking 40 to 45 hours of not minimum wage. You're talking, if you're doing intermediate and above crochet, consider yourself a master craftsman. And they don't work for McDonald's uh, income, okay? Um, and if you figure that in, I mean, $500 is actually a deal. But I know in the real world that people aren't going to pay that. So that's why I don't sell them. I know people on Etsy sell them for about half that. I've seen them for as low as $100. When I'm spending $50 or $60 or more on a project, I'm not going to sell it for $100. That's just not worth my time. I also have to consider the wear and tear on my wrist, on my hands, on my arms. Um, and I think you guys should consider that too. Um, yeah, that's a tricky question. I don't know if I served you there at all by saying that. But I think if more people kept their prices up higher, I think people would um, value it more um, than what they do. I have tried selling things made out of silk, uh, wool, high quality things at craft shows, and people are interested in them. Um, I had the Listoon Varna shawl. You know, which you guys may know, that's on my channel. I had an extra Listoon Varna shawl that I crocheted for the video, and I had that for sale. And I was asking, I believe, $140 for that, which I thought was a steal. The wool, I mean, I used a blend of acrylic wool on this particular project. It took me many, many hours. I think $150 would have been giving it away, The yarn itself was worth about $70 to $80. So, you know, for my time, I was pretty much giving my time away. And I remember this one lady kept coming back. She really wanted it, but she kept wanting to talk me down like $50 on this project. And I held firm. I was like, no, I didn't tell her this, but I would rather give it away as a special gift to somebody than to settle, you know, for almost nothing. I mean, what she was offering to buy this for, um, barely. It may have been $10 above the yarn cost to make this project. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I would rather give it away for free. And I have done that many, many times. So I probably didn't serve you with that answer, but yeah, $500, 450 to $500 would be my selling price for one of my Afghans. And even at that, I wouldn't be making much money if you consider my time that's invested in it. It would be like McDonald's pay, even at that price. So, and I know for some of you, it may, and I'm not boasting here. I mean, I can crochet things up pretty fast because I know the design in my head, so I don't have to, yeah, I don't have the hard trouble you do of deciphering what I meant. So, and I can go along lickety split. So I know for what might take me 40 hours might take somebody else 60 hours. And so I would even say it would cost more because of that. So anyway, yeah, that's a hot button for a lot of us, isn't it? Because I know a lot of you know what I mean because I don't do craft fairs anymore because I don't like people asking me to give my stuff to them for Walmart prices when, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, it's really a waste of my time. Sorry, that sounded really negative. But anyway, those of you who've done that know what I'm talking about. Um, okay, so I missed some of your comments, guys. I'm sorry about that. But let me see. I want to get in on this conversation. Okay, Trisha Brown is in the chat. Hey, Trisha. She says, I'm a new subscriber and I love your designs. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Trisha. Um, and Kathy says, I've seen the scented yarn with lavender and also lemon. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a while. Um, so let's see. Becky's answering some questions here, talking about she said, okay, this is about the value of a blanket. She says that's a difficult question. It's very hard to properly value a blanket since you have to include the cost of materials and the hours put into the creation. Yeah, just like what we said. Yeah, I know there's a lot of our heart and soul, you know, crocheted into this, metaphorically speaking. Um, yeah, oh, thank you. We have God, Crochet, and Chatter. I haven't seen that site before. Thank you for joining us. Um, yeah, we have a lot of chatter here too. Um, and we have, see, KC Don Tim. I'm saying that right, wrong, I'm sure. It says, well, have a good afternoon. Glad I finally caught you live. Thank you for all the wonderful tutorials. Thank you for joining us. And Johnny says, my yarn should arrive this weekend for the autumn throw. Yay, Johnny. Hope you can enjoy that one. You will. It's easy. You know these stitches. You've done them before. Um, and let's see. Terry says, let me see. I want to look. I want to look at this conversation on the selling of stuff. Um, yeah. Okay. Tanike says $500 is normal. Yeah, I think it's normal on the low side. Yeah. So Sylvia says, hi, greetings from Italy. Hey, Sylvia. I can't wait to visit you guys in Italy. We've got Rome on the docket for 2020. That's our launching point for a tour of the Holy Lands. I'm so excited about that. It was canceled. It was supposed to be this fall, but looking forward to seeing you guys in Italy. Um, let's see. I missed a lot of conversation. I just want to read it all, guys. It's so interesting. Um, okay, so Swati is in the chat. Hey, Swati. She says, what is considered quality yarn for a blanket that price? Most of my baby blankets are acrylic, so I'm wondering. Um, that's a good question, Swati. I guess it depends on what you use. I mean, I try to use quality acrylics. Um, I guess that would be kind of cheapo yarn for some of you guys. I mean, um, I don't know. I guess I I guess I guess the Lovecrafts. I mean that the Lovecrafts paint box. I guess that I really like that yarn. I mean, to me, that's a little more expensive. I think some of the higher quality Red Heart stuff, Red Heart Soft. Um, Red Heart with Love is that's not as quality as the soft. I think the soft yarn is nice. Just some of this yarn that I've gotten from Knit Picks, the Brava yarn. I mean, I'm just thinking, I don't know. And I have made some out of wool, where the blanket, the yarn itself was like $120 worth of yarn. Um, yeah. And Johnny says, working on the baby stripe blanket in mandala baby yarn. I'm using the color, is it Diagon Alley? It's beautiful pastel colors. Wow. I would love to see that. Johnny, send me a picture when you're done. I would love to see that. Um, yeah, Tanike says they'd rather buy an acrylic ugly thing that's called the blanket for $35 from China. Well, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. If people want to buy, a cheap something, fine. You can just, be gentle, be nice to them. Just say, well, you know what? They have these blankets at Walmart or at, wherever that's still in business. You're welcome to check them out. Absolutely. Um, yeah, handmade is meaningful. It means something, and if people are shopping at your stand and you're at a craft store, at a craft fair, just say everything is handmade. It has lots of time in it. It's not made in a factory by a machine. Tracy says, if someone asks me for one of my baby blankets, I usually just ask them to donate my yarn to my yarn habit. Excellent. They've given me anywhere between $20 to $40. That's all I ever ask. Yeah, I mean that's fair. If people are asking to purchase something, fine. Definitely, that's a great idea. Um, and I'm not saying don't be a good friend. I mean, if you just want to do something for your best friend, absolutely. I mean, I give all the baby, whenever anybody in my church has a baby, I try to make them a blanket and or pull from my blanket stash. And they've been busy lately too. Lots of babies. And it's my joy to do that. And you guys know that. I mean, I'm not trying to be an Ebenezer Scrooge or anything on giving things to people. Absolutely be generous, be a cheerful giver. But if you're at a business, at a stand where you've paid, $60 to $100 to sell things, you can just put a little sign. This is not Walmart. I think that would be fun to do. Um, and Terry says, I hear you, Becky. I made a blanket which the yarn cost $600. I made only make projects to give away. If you had a famous name, probably you could. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Terry. Um, yeah, and Becky says, exactly. It's very hard to make a profit considering materials and time. Yeah, it's funny when people find out that you crochet, they're, oh, you can make money and sell those. And I'm like, yeah, if I wanted to be in the soup line every day. No, no, it's a joy to make and to give and to sell occasionally. But yeah. And David says people at craft sales expect garage sale prices, not artisan prices. One reason I rarely do it and regret it every time I do. Yeah, that's right. Um, Actually, David, I've told this story before. The year that I had a very disappointing time at a craft show and decided that's it. I'm not, I barely made my table fee, which means I lost because that means I didn't get the money back that went into the items that were sold. So after that, I boxed a lot of the stuff up that I had made for the purpose of reselling it and donated it to a women's shelter in our community. And I was happy to do that. I was much happier to donate it to the women's shelter than I was to, you know, to sell it for nothing. So anyway, a little frustration this time, but we're gonna get back to the fun part, guys. But this is a really good discussion. This is really, really good. Tracy says, I make stuff as gifts or to donate. Only payments I have taken is when they insist. Yeah. And when people want to do that, Tracy, you know, there's no shame in that. You know, don't want to insult them, you know, just definitely say thank you and, you know, maybe put it into more supplies to bless more people. Yeah. Tanike says, Barbara says, gift to a knittable person. I crochet for crochetable person. That's cool. Um, and Judy says, everyone please remember to like this time with mine. Oh yeah, thank you, Judy. I always forget that. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, okay? And if you could, yeah, hit the thumbs up if you enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying it, but hey. Um, I'm enjoying your comments very much today. Mary Ford says, hi, a bit late. Agree, Becky May. I just gift my crochet. Yep, that's pretty much what I do now. And let's see. Brad's mom says, I spent 18 months on 2 baby blankets for a friend and she wanted a third. After all that work on the third one, her daughter threw it on the sofa for her dogs. Ouch. No more gifts for her. She can pay. I am so sorry to hear that. Wow. For her dogs, huh? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's, you know, if I had done that with something that somebody made and gave me, I wouldn't tell them I did that with it. Good grief. I am so sorry you had that happen to you. But yeah, live and learn, you know? Oof. Wow. And this, the, um, the comments just jumped on me. Um, Hold on a second. Hold on. I just got like a bazillion comments in at one time, but I want to follow up with that. Um, okay, thank you, RV, for that comment about prancing. I'm not sure what that is. It's about quilts. The same would apply to crochet and other crafts. I'll have to check that out afterwards. Laura says, people who don't crochet just don't understand what goes into making anything. I put a lot of myself into everything I crochet. I give a lot of gifts. Yeah, you know, got to cut them a break. Sometimes they just don't get it. But, you know, show them grace. And, you know, if they want something after they throw that blanket to the dog, just say, you know what, I will teach you how to crochet. And then you'll understand. Or tell them, point them to my channel. Say, Bonnie's got some beginning videos so that you can learn to appreciate what I just did for you. And see, Laura says, people who don't crochet just don't understand what goes into making anything. I put a lot of myself into everything I crochet. I give a lot in gifts. Yeah, we do. We do. And Tanike says to Brad's mom, how awful. No idea about the time and love. No gifting to them indeed. And Candida says, need advice for natural yarns to make a shawl that are not from animals. Is bamboo good? Vegan crafter here. Yes, Candida. Um, there is a link in my video description. I'm going to push you on to Good Loops yarns. The yarn is cotton. It's some very excellent cotton for shawls. And she actually, her name is Stephanie. And she runs, if you look at goodloops.com in the video description below, they have this really fine cotton yarn, and they also have bamboo, and they have something called fusion, which is a blend of, it's responsibly sourced. It's a combination of cotton and yarn. It's made in South Africa. Tell her Bonnie sent you. She just released a beautiful new pattern, a shawl pattern on her site. So if you guys get a chance, please check it out, because I know she's worked really hard on that, and it's just not getting a lot of attention, I think, because of the holidays. But she has kits ready to go. So, you know, check it out. Check it out. So that's an excellent source. I'm just gonna, you know, leave you with that. If you're looking for cotton, bamboo, if you're looking for silk, I don't know how that plays into your being a vegan, but I don't know if you do yarn from worms, but silk is an excellent option too if you want to stay away from the animal fibers. Um, so yeah. And Becky's saying bamboo is good, though it can tend to stretch out. There are lots of other natural fibers. Yeah, that's the thing is the great thing about wool is it has a bounce back to it. A lot of the other yarns do not. Bamboo will stretch out on you, so will cotton. But if you know that, and if you're just making a shawl, you should be fine. Um, Yeah, Judy says we have 118 people watching, but only 7 likes. Thank you, Judy. Judy's my cheerleader today, so come on, guys, hit that thumbs up if you can. And definitely subscribe. I found out in my YouTube stats, only 35% of the people who view my channel are subscribers. Only 35%. Really? Hit that subscribe button, guys. I got a lot of good stuff coming. This week we have a headband coming. I didn't have the headbands with me, but I hope you enjoy those. I hope you're enjoying the spa retreat face cloth that's on the channel. Couldn't find those either. I think I left those in South Carolina. But I do have something really fun. I think um, I'm gonna leave the discussion just for a second here, because I want to show you something. Remember the lamb shop kits project I've been working on? Look, guys, I finished it. I want to show you the leaf pattern. Isn't that pretty? And it blocks so beautifully. I don't know if you can see. And yes, it is green, but this is like a half moon type of shawl. Can you see that? So I don't know if you can even see it, but green on green. Not gonna be able to see it much, but it really fits nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on for a little bit while I open a bag. And this is what's so cool about this. The way it hits the arm is you get the pattern down the side of the arm, right? Like this. And this pattern is available. There's a link in the video description below. It's with lambshopkits.com. And you pick any color you want that she has. And she sent me some yarn here. I'm going to do an unbagging of some yarn. I haven't opened this yet. And this is for a future project, a future undisclosed collaboration that I'm going to be doing with Emily, with her lambshopkits.com. This will be a future kit of some sort. Let me open the bag. I'm trying to be really careful to not cut the yarn. Okay. And this yarn, I know, is called Madelinetosh. If I'm saying that right. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, let's take it out of the bag. Thank you for the care of shipping this, Emily. Considering that maybe she wrapped it in well, she probably takes very good care of the yarn regardless. But it's nice when you get fine yarn wrapped in plastic. Yeah, and this has a plastic layer in it too. In case you guys have followed me on Facebook and heard about the time I got a shipment of yarn recently. I had to wring the water out of it because it sat on the porch and they never rang the doorbell. Oh my goodness, look at the color of it. Look at this. This is hand-dyed yarn. This is it Madelinetosh? Madelinetosh is called glazed. Oh, Becky, the name of this is called glazed pecan. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. This is going to be something very special. And we got lots and lots of it. Let's see. And she does have this yarn available in kits, and I think you can just buy it straight up from her on her page. So definitely check out her page. I'm trying to find, of course, the glasses might help. I'm trying to find the yardage here. Ooh, this is dyed by hand in Texas from wool ethically sourced in South Africa. Wow, another South Africa connection. Very cool. 100% superwash merino wool. This is DK weight, 225 yards, 205 meters. And it feels amazing. Wow, it looks nice and it feels amazing. I mean, this is not that scratchy wool. This is really nice stuff. This is yeah, the merino wool. Okay, well that was fun. Well, I wanted to, let me get that off the floor. I do not want a carpet beetle. I don't think there are carpet beetles in this carpet. We have new carpet in here because we renovated this area, but I keep my yarn safe from carpet beetles. I wanted to tell you that there are lots of small projects already on my channel. In case you've missed some of the releases of these, this is the buttered popcorn hat. This was released a while back, but if you go to my homepage and you go to the playlist, hit click playlist, and I have many different playlists categorized, and there's one that says hats and headbands, and it's in there, and there's another listing also that says I think, you know, gifts, quick crochet gifts or something like that. There's another whole list of different items that if you guys are looking for, you know, last minute things for the holidays, this is a quickie. I mean, it takes like if you have one extra scan of yarn, you could easily make this. It's made with worsted weight. This one was actually using some of my knit crate yarn that I get sent every month. And I wasn't sure what to do with it. And I just loved working with this is hand dyed wool. But you know, you can make it out of acrylic, whatever you have in your stash. So lots of fun ideas like this on my channel. So check it out if you're looking for that. Oh, and here's one. This is one that's been picking up popularity. You know, whenever it gets to be around Christmas time, you can make these stripes in any color you want. This is the long stocking hat, and I even show you how to make a pom-pom in that video. If you want to just want to learn how to make a pom-pom, I've got a video on the pom-pom, so check that out. But this is a lot of fun. I think wow, I still haven't, I'm looking into the hat and I still haven't hidden my loose strands yet. Oh, how negligent can you get? But anyway, if you're looking for a fun gift for somebody, I mean, this is something too. You can make each stripe different colored if you wanted to use up stash yarn. It's just double crocheted in rounds, connecting the rounds at the end of every round. Very, very easy, quick, and really fun. You can make, you know, Santa hats if you want for people, or elf hats. You can just make it all green, or you can make it a Zelda hat. I know that the person in is not named Zelda, but anyway, my kids who are gamers always like to, you know, work on stuff like that. Okay, well, let me go back to the chat for just a minute. I am way over time, guys. That's amazing that you guys are still hanging in there. So I am going to read your conversation more about the Afghans. I'm very interested in that. I'm looking again at the chat. It says, Cameron says, I made 2 Afghans for a friend of mine. He gave me a $20, even though I told him that he didn't have to. Well, that was nice of him. Brad's mom is talking to Tracy, says, she said, you'll have to make another because my daughter is pregnant again. I felt bad because her daughter didn't want another blanket. Now I make nothing for her family. Oh dear. Yeah, that's hard. The thing about the dog would have gotten me too. And Brad's mom says to Terry, my cousin's wife gave me a lace bedspread that my aunt, her mother-in-law, made. I treasure it because Aunt Josie made it. Oh, isn't that sweet? I'll have to show you someday. I can't right now because it'll make me cry. I'll have to show you probably the most favorite item of mine that was gifted to me, because the person is not even here anymore. So I won't even go down that rabbit trail. I will lose it if I do. But yeah, we have many things in our family from grandmother Bost, who was my husband's grandmother. So it's Becky's great grandmother. So we have baby blankets that when Becky and Caleb and the kids were born, that grandmother bossed, made for them. So again, Becky's great grandmother, and they're very special. I have those very well protected, Becky, if you ever want them. They are preserved. You just let me know when you need them and I can get them to you, or if you just want them to have them on hand, just let me know. But saving all of that stuff, very, very special. Um, mm, yeah, Tanike says, when my grand died, her kids threw away all her handmade work. Wow. I was too young. I can cry by the thought of her beautiful. Wow, that would be sad. Sad, sad, sad. Um, Mary Four says, I won't crochet blankets for two relatives who would dog the blankets. I love dogs, but not for handmade crochet. I agree, Mary. Now, I will say, full disclosure, I did make a blanket for a cat, for Becky's cat, but I made that specifically for two reasons. One is it was too little for a baby blanket. I made this project and it was really fluffy yarn, and the yarn felt great. And I knew that Noelle, the cat, would love it. And I wasn't real happy that it didn't come out bigger than it did, but I thought, I bet the cat wouldn't mind. And we gave it to the cat, and the cat loved it. I mean, when she saw it, she was doing this, kneading it for a while. So it was fun, but that was purposely for that cat. It was, it was not, thrown to her by any stretch of the imagination. I was glad to do that. Um, yeah. So, and Kathy asked, what brand of cotton would you use to make a bathroom rug? It would get, see, it would get a little wet and needs to dry each day. Um, Kathy Ann, I am not sure. Uh, I've actually made rugs for the bathroom out of acrylic, and it's been really nice and cushy, kind of the, um, what do you call it? The bulky weight yarns. And I've done that for the bathroom, and Becky has too. She actually has a pattern with Red Heart yarns, I believe, right, Becky? Um, and it, I mean, it's not cotton, it's acrylic, but it feels amazing under your feet when you get out of the shower. Um, yeah, Becky says cotton tends to take time to dry out, so maybe you should consider other kinds of yarn. However, sugar and cream cotton is a good inexpensive yarn for rugs. Yeah, you could do that. Um, it's going to be a heavy rug if you make it out of cotton. Cotton is a lot heavier, and it may not feel as good under the feet. It's not going to be a squishy feel. It's going to be kind of a rougher feel on your feet. But, you can try that. Um, let's see. Jan says, Knit Picks Brava yarn is gorgeous and very reasonably priced. Yes, it is. I really enjoy that stuff. I've got another project coming. I have to design it first. Yeah. Oh, David says, the mother of one of my YT yarn friends, okay, operates a safe house for pregnant homeless teenagers. I've sent one box of yarn goods to her already and have another ready to send. Yeah, that's great, David. Yeah, that's very kind of you. Um, see, Johnny says, my family think everything is free. they all want me to make this or that, and I yell, show me the money. Good response, Johnny. I know you have good relationships there, so you can do that. But yeah, I agree. Especially if you want something out of the fancy schmancy stuff that we're getting in the habit of using. Yeah. Um, okay, well, you know what, guys? It is getting late, so I think I probably should wrap this up. I don't want to, though. Okay, so great ideas, Kathy says. What type of, I'm going to go back to this, sorry. What type of stitch would you use for the bathroom rug? We'll use acrylic now. Kathy Ann, yeah, Becky's saying she has a pattern she designed, and I believe it was using the basket weave, if I'm not mistaken. But there is a pattern for that, and you can check it out. Like if you get that real cushy cushy yarn. If your fingers like it, your feet are gonna love it. From the store, it's like a 5 or a 6, but you know, real cushy. The stuff that you can make real soft baby blankets out of too. Um, yeah, basket weave. The basket weave is a really nice stitch. It's gonna be a bulky stitch, but it's gonna be real cushy. It's gonna be very nice on the feet. Um, another one that will hold up pretty well to being a rug, even for the bathroom, I dare say, would be the Lion brand. Oh, what is it? It's a wool acrylic blend. Uh, Come on, brain. It's Lion brand. It's Lion brand. It's like has like 50% or 30% wool. And I used it Woolies. Thank you, Becky, again. What would I do without you? Yeah, Woolies Thick and Quick would work well. And I think I have a wool rug. I spent $50 for that rug, which was a lot of money for me to spend for a rug by the door. Okay, years ago, I got it at Costco, 100% wool. And I bought that about 17, 18 years ago. No, I had that at the townhouse, probably 20 years ago. Okay, 100% wool, and it's been through up to 9 people living here at the same time, including 5 kids, in an environment where we get a lot of some snow in the wintertime, and so you have, you know, umpteen pairs of snow boots coming in the door. And it's starting to show, it shows a little bit of discoloration right now from the almost 20 years of use, but the fibers itself are totally fine. It just needs to be cleaned, and I'm not sure I can do that at this point. But so if it's the wool acrylic blend, don't be afraid of using that in the bathroom. It'll take it. The Woolies, it'll take it. I'm pretty sure. All right. Well, let me go ahead and I will read the rest of your comments. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody, but this is, you know, it's going a little late, and I know I need to release Becky. But I wanted to read something to you. I'm reading from the good book this again, and I was really impressed with the passage I'm going to read a few days ago, and convicted as well. So I'm just going to read it, and then I'm going to just say a couple of my thoughts, a couple of the notes that I had written on this. This is from the book of Matthew, chapter 26, starting in verse 6. And these are, this is the story of Jesus, okay? This appears just after when they are already plotting to kill Jesus. It hasn't happened yet, and Jesus is in Bethany, visiting with friends. Starting at verse 6. Now, when Jesus was at Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came to him with an alabaster flask of very expensive ointment, and she poured it on his head as he reclined at table. And when the disciples saw it, they were indignant, saying, "Why this waste? For this could have been sold for a large sum and given to the poor." But Jesus, aware of this, said to them, "Why do you trouble this woman? For she has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, but you will not always have me. In pouring this ointment on my body, she has done it to prepare me for burial. Truly I say to you, wherever this gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." I was just really taken back by that when I read it this week, and it was just a freshly reminded of 2 things. One is the disciples' response. Now, remember, the disciples had been with Jesus almost 3 years, and listening to him, you know, preach the Sermon on the Mount, and you know, see him raise the dead, and all these, you know, miracles, heal the lepers, you know, Simon the leper, heal people who are blind from birth and stuff like that. But you know, they still haven't learned, because their first response when they see this woman doing this amazing thing to Jesus, they're like, why is this waste? They react by judging her. Um, and it made me think, how often do I react that way? I react by judging. Somebody thinks differently than me about a political something or about anything. And it's like, how often do we react, by judging? Um, so conviction here, but anyway, or anything, maybe even just driving in traffic. But then contrasting that, this is the second thing, contrast that with Jesus's response. And his response to her was to give her a promise. And he commended her. So anyway, could she have sold that and given it to the poor? Absolutely. But she wanted to use it to bless him in a special way. And I just was just really affected by that. It's like, okay, so, I don't want to be like the disciples here this week, and as I go forward, I want to be like Jesus in this, I want to commend and just anyway, I was just so affected by that. Jesus gives her a promise, where these other folks, who knew better. I mean, these people they were walking with Jesus for 3 years, and were quick to judge. So don't want to be quick to judge. So I'm working on that. So just I hope that makes some sense to you guys, and hope that encourages you going forward. We don't know what this week is going to bring, and don't know how we're going to be tested just yet, but I'm going to hope to remember this story as the week progresses. But anyway, well, I have enjoyed being with you guys so much. I really look forward to the day we can meet at a conference or something, and get together. But until then, I just want to say God bless you. And thank you, Becky. Thank you for helping, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week. God bless. Bye-bye.